Hello, welcome to Healing with podcast. I am Marissa McDevitt, your host, mindset coach, mentor, and founder of Healing Center. Tired of all the BS? So was I. This podcast is my raw, unfiltered take on life, sharing my personal experiences, lessons, and healing practices that helped me break free from the cycles that no longer serve me. I'm just an average woman who decided to stop settling and start speaking up. Here we dive deep into the messy, beautiful, and sometimes painful realities of life, business, and relationships. No fluff, no judgment, just real talk, real growth, and real transformation. This is a safe space for anyone, women, men, and all the beauties in between. So who's ready to raise their standards, heal, and step into their power? Let's learn, grow, and evolve together. Now tune in and let's talk about it. All right. I am literally flowing. So I found this little sticky note today. It fell out of a box. And it said, stop channeling energy. Let it guide you. And so I went into recording my episodes. I was planning on recording 1. I recorded 4. I'm on my 4th episode tonight. Stop channeling energy. Let it guide you. It's just like boom, 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 boom. Wow. I love this. I haven't worked into the night creating business stuff in a very long time. Every episode I record afterwards, I go outside, I drink some tea, I walk around. This time I did a big lap around the block with my dog. And this episode came to mind. And it came to mind because the last 3 episodes one was red flags, self-worth, and why we need to fail to succeed. And I'm walking and I'm just enjoying, it's beautiful weather in Arizona. And boom, what a healthy relationship looks like. What is it? What a healthy relationship really is. So we spend so much time talking about toxic relationships, but what does a healthy relationship actually look like? How does it feel? And how do we attract one? So my intention tonight is that I'm going to share what I've learned through years of researching, healing, and growing to attract the partner I have today. I'll give you 5 signs of a healthy relationship and my favorite relationship books, and even some of my own toxic relationship stories so that you can see the difference for yourself. So my journey to love. Years of research, growth, and learning before ever finding my partner now, Roger. Listening to Aaron Doughty on YouTube and totally crushing on him. Inspired by men like Dan Martell, Jay Shetty, and Lewis Howes who speak so highly of their wives. And even Fisher, yes, the DJ, his public love for his wife and kids are literally goals. So here are my top 3 relationship books that I recommend. And yes, I have read all of these actually multiple times. 1 is 8 Rules of Love by Jay Shetty. 2, Attached by Amir Levine and Rachel Heller. 3, The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. And I never stop learning, so I'm actually about to start reading a book called Codependent No More by Melody Beatty, which is another powerful one. So what are some qualities of a healthy partner? Honest and vulnerability. Open-minded and communicative. Hardworking with goals and vision. Share your values and interests. This is so important. They don't have to be 100% the same. We don't have to have the same goals and visions 100%. Everybody knows that. But at least 85%. And I'm going to tell you why. And love and action. They show up. They put in effort. And love is consistent, not conditional. So here we go. I'm going to give you some examples of toxic versus healthy so you understand the difference. Or maybe you can relate if you're in the same situation. So, a past relationship for me, very toxic. I was in a partnership with this man, reached out to me over Instagram, this long message. I never even met this man. Long message talking about how we have so much in common. He's seen me on my friend's post. There's an absolute bizarre message, but it was very written out, and I never kind of received a message like this. So I read it, and I actually put it away for a while. I'm like, not going to respond to this guy. I thought I met him. I was doing bottle service at a casino, so I thought I met him through there. I also was at a pool party, which that's where he said he knew my friend that posted me on her story. So I was like, oh, maybe I met him there. I didn't think anything of it. Let it go. He messaged me again with another pretty hefty message. And I'm like, what? So I kind of respond back. And then he invites me to dinner. And I'm like, okay, whatever, I've been dating around. So I go to dinner. And he's older, but cute. Definitely someone I haven't dated, style I haven't dated before. We're having dinner. And he starts talking to me about how he knows my friend, that our mutual friend. He keeps saying lifestyle. Yeah, because of the lifestyle. And I'm like, yeah, the rave lifestyle, because everybody knows I rave. I'm like, yeah, the lifestyle. And then it hit me. And I'm like, wait a minute, you're not talking about raving, are you? You're talking about swinger stuff? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, I never experienced anything like that, but I'm open-minded. I'm down to dabble. I don't know. Never tried it. I'll try it out, see if I like it. If I don't, I don't. If I like it, great. So anyways, we kind of start seeing each other. And of course, there was red flags, but I ignored them. There was a lot of love bombing, a lot of gaslighting, a lot of controlling, all within the first couple weeks. And everything was moving so fast that I didn't even really know it was happening until I was in it. And remind you, I didn't even know what LS was. Lifestyle. I didn't know what the heck that is. And if you don't know what that is, it's called lifestyle. I don't even know. Really, it's like open relationships, swingers. I mean, there's so many categories within it. So he starts introducing me slowly by there's lifestyle sites, stuff like that. So couples can whatever. There's parties. There's events. There's meetups. You name it, they got it. Okay. So I'm just kind of intrigued. Also, this man keeps love bombing me. And then he does this gift thing where he buys you things after he was controlling. Weird. It was a lot. First it was, let's try a site together. We make this profile together and then you go through and whatever, pick out whatever to go hang out with and then it was, we're going to an event. And then we invited someone over. And after that happened, it was just instantly bad. It was constantly screaming, him screaming at me, calling me names, even though I didn't do anything. Like, I was brand new to this, so I was terrified of all the things that I was getting introduced to. I'm like, I don't know what this is, but it doesn't seem safe or healthy for me. And that triggered him because I found out later he just uses young women to get back into the LS sites because he was kicked out of a bunch of them and nobody will sleep with him if he doesn't have a girl with him because he's weird and toxic and should honestly be in jail for the things that he makes girls do. Very manipulative. But it was like a couple months, probably 2 months, before I realized, like, oh my gosh, like, this is not okay. This is kind of scary. Like, this isn't normal behavior. And he was making me think it was normal behavior because that's what bipolar narcissistic people do. They make you feel crazy. They gaslight it, turn it around on you. You're the reason why we can't communicate. You're the reason why we're in this situation. It's like, whoa, I've been there. So I believe I was with this guy for like 4 months, which doesn't seem long, but it was long. And it got worse and worse and worse. The more I was like pulling back and not wanting to do anything because it didn't seem right, he would push harder. He would get angrier. There was one time where he pulled a gun out on himself and tried to say he was going to commit suicide because I didn't want to be in this LS thing with him. And he can't take another breakup. Like, just absolutely nuts. So finally, I just had it up to here. And a situation happened and it was very toxic. He was doing the same thing. Gaslighting, turning things around on me, saying it's my fault something didn't happen. I can't even remember what it was. It was just crazy. And I remember he pulled over in the parking lot of a grocery store. It was like later because we were going to my friend's house actually for dinner. And he locked the doors. And he said, if you don't apologize to me and say you're wrong and like bow down to something crazy. He's like, you're not getting out of this vehicle and we're not going anywhere until you submit to me. First off, I didn't even do anything wrong. This guy's just nuts. Second off, he's doing his whole thing again because he's bipolar and narcissistic, crazy. And it literally, like, a vision flashed in front of my eyes. I had a vision. And it was two situations happening at the same time, where one vision was me busting the window, like the windshield, and like attacking him and just going crazy because I've been taking so much like trauma for no reason that I was literally about to lose it, like go to jail, lose it. And I seen like cops in the vision. And then the other vision was just unlock the door, get out, start walking, call your friend, or call the cops. And I didn't say anything. I just chose to unlock the door, walked out, walking down the road, called my friend to come get me. And before he chased me down the road, and I went to a business that was open, and they came out because he was screaming at me, and I'm just standing there. And they came out to check on me, and he got embarrassed, and he got in his vehicle and left. And my friend that night, I had dinner at her house. We had some wine, and she said, what do you want to do? And I said, I want to leave. And she said, okay. So she drove me back to his house. We packed up my stuff right then and there. Took my dog because my dog was at his house. We got in my truck, and I never looked back. I actually rolled down my windows. I was singing. I had fresh air coming through. I was so thankful that I just dodged One of the most toxic relationships I've ever been in. And that was only 4 months. But something in me was like, I cannot handle this anymore. Okay. Another example. I started dating this other man. It lasted about 5 months. Older guy. Just got out of a marriage. Not even finalizing the divorce yet. And flirting it up. I didn't know that he, wasn't divorced yet or anything. I didn't know he was like, whatever. We go on a date. First date. We ended up talking for like 6 hours. We ended up closing a restaurant, leaving, talking in the vehicle, going out and hiking on a mountain. And it all seemed so good. We went on like 2 or 3 more dates. And everything sounded way too good to be true, which is a red flag. Way too good to be true. But I believed it. When people are good manipulators and liars, they will talk you into a lot of things. They will make it sound real good. Let me tell you what. But there was red flags. Like the whole, he's not divorced yet, but the paperwork's being filed, and he realized that he can't be in a committed relationship. It has to be an open relationship. And I said, okay, well, I've never tried open relationship. I'm down, because I'm so open-minded. I'm like, I'll try it. If I like it, great. If I don't, we're done. So it was a week later when I met my partner now. I called him all excited. I said, cool. All right. I found my person I'm going to have a thing with since we're in an open relationship. I found the person. This guy's cool. He's hot. We got the same visions, the same goals. He's got a razor. I got a razor. Red flag. He goes, no, actually, I don't want to be in an open relationship anymore. I'm into you too much. I don't want an open relationship anymore. Which really means that he wants to do whatever he wants to do, and you're not allowed to do what you want to do. That's what that meant. So then, of course, it was another relationship that everything was happening so fast. It was like we were going here, we were doing this. And he was bipolar too, so it was like up and down roller coasters. And then he had the same thing where he love bombed you. And then when he had an episode, he would just buy me everything. So I was just like, what is going on? And I noticed the coke problem. He was doing coke all the time, and I don't stand for drugs. Like, I do not date people who have coke problems. And if you listen to my episodes before, you know why. So I brought it to his attention, and he told me that he really appreciated it, that I'm right, he's going to quit the coke, and he's had this big life change, and he's got this life coach, and he's doing this, and he's doing that, and it's all bullshit. Because I found out that he was eating the coke around me instead of snorting it. And then it moved on from eating the coke to shooting up the coke. And then from shooting up the coke to smoking the crack. And then smoking the Oxycontins. And it was just like a thing that I didn't even know what was happening until it was 5 months in. And I'm like, we're done. Like, this is not okay. This is not normal. I don't drink. I don't do the drug thing. I don't do the narcissistic, bipolar ups and downs. You get your way. I can't do my way. He was extremely, extremely jealous. That's another red flag. Extremely jealous all the time. Why? Because at the end, I found out he was buying hookers off of Telegram. Gross. Like, yes, I went and got checked out. Obviously, full testing. So, I understand that you don't know you're in it until you're in it. But there are signs, and it doesn't take long to figure out the signs. 4 to 5 to 6 months, max. Max. If you stay after that, that's on you. You haven't done the work. You have not done the work. You have no self-worth. You have not done the inner work, and you don't know how to stick up for yourself. You don't know what it is to be in a healthy relationship. So you need to do your research, because I didn't know what a real healthy relationship was until I met Roger. Wow, like open communication immediately. Same interests, razors, adventure. We don't watch sports really. Like, we don't even watch TV. We're constantly doing projects. We're learning together. We're doing workshops. We're doing spiritual healings. We're meditating together. We drink tea together. We go on detoxes together. We work out together. I introduced him to music festivals. He loves it. Thank God, because I couldn't date one that didn't love music festivals or music. Can't. It's a big part of my life. So, some examples of some of my friends' relationships. One of them, right, as you know, if you listen to the last few episodes of my podcasts, my ex-best friend of 18 years, she was dating this guy for 11 years, had a baby with him for all the wrong reasons, and he cheated on her in the beginning, lied to her from day one. He's had a crack problem the whole entire time they were together. And she did know about it. She just lied to everybody and herself. And it was just her constantly taking care of him and babysitting him for 11 years. There's more details in the other episodes. Another relationship, on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. Oh my gosh. With her now fiance, on and off, on and off. Because he's bipolar and narcissistic, and she has no self-worth. And she's only been cheated on in the past, so she thinks this is better than being cheated on. So let's just be a doormat. Why not? On and off, on and off. And then you have another friend of mine who is with someone that has 0 things in common with her. 0. There is nothing that they have in common. Nothing. Nothing. Maybe that they like dogs. That's it. Nothing. Nothing. And I mean it. And that relationship, they don't communicate. They don't go to therapy. There's no healthy sexual interaction. And they've been together for years. Years. They're just settled. They're both like, well, I have so much trauma that I haven't healed. I have so much trauma that I haven't healed. And we're just going to stay trauma bonded and just pretty much be roommates, awkwardly, for the rest of our lives. Because I don't want to deal with my trauma. I don't want to deal with my trauma. So let's just drink, pretend that we like each other, and settle because we have a nice, beautiful home and we don't hit each other. What a waste of time. Do your research. Read these books. Listen to podcasts. Like, oh my gosh. So these are just some examples because I know other people are going through this too. And I'm not judging anyone. As you know, you just heard my relationships. Shit. They're all learning lessons. They're all learning experiences, but you have to know within the first 6 months how bad it is. And if you don't have that awareness, you need to get awareness. You need to do the work. Because when you have honest, supportive encouragement and the bond of a real love, beautiful relationship, gosh, because I'm experiencing this, it just hurts my heart so much that people waste so much time with the wrong people. And you can get out of it by doing your research. Do the work on yourself. Why do you do this? It's not enough to just hope for a healthy relationship. You've got to do the work on yourself. Read, research, listen to podcasts, and heal. Go to a therapist and heal your traumas. You know how many workshops and retreats I've been to and cried and screamed and forgave? Multiple years. I've faced almost every freaking fear that I can think of. And there's still more because we're human. It keeps coming up. Things happen. Keeps coming up. But you accept them and you heal from them and you face them, and that's the only way to let them go so you can grow. When you learn how to love yourself and raise your standards, you naturally attract someone who matches that energy. Thank you to my beautiful fiance, Roger. I am so grateful for this man. In every way, we always say how lucky we are with each other. Every day we become closer and closer and closer. And we haven't lived with each other in 7 months. We've been long distance because he's in California and I'm in Arizona and Wisconsin and everywhere. So how powerful is that to be that far from each other, but closer than we ever have been? That's true love. That's learning. That's communication. That's being vulnerable. That's fucking up and failing. But being there for each other, picking each other back up, wiping our tears off from each other and saying, we can freaking do this. Because we're manifestors. We work our ass off. We're healthy. We're fucking aligned. We got this. I love you and you love me. And we're in this to the end. That feeling that I can go out and do my business and travel, and he can go out and work his business and travel, and we're totally okay with it, that is strength. That is love. That is compassion. That is secure attachment style. And it's taken years to get here. And we grow every single day. Every single day we're growing. We're learning. We're communicating more. We're exploring more. We're open. I don't hide anything from him. He's my best friend. I tell him everything. I don't hide nothing. I pee, I poop with the door open. That's real love. No, I'm just kidding. I'm blessed. And the beautiful thing is that you can do it too. That's why I'm doing this episode. That's why I'm so fired up. That's why I'm on 4 episodes today recording. Because I have so much energy flowing through me to get my messages out, my experiences out, because this is my calling. A healthy relationship is not a fantasy. It's real, it's possible, and it starts with you. Do the work, learn, grow, and raise your standards. Because when you love yourself enough to demand honesty, effort, and respect, that's exactly what you'll attract. If this episode is reaching you, if you know somebody that needs to hear this episode, please send it to them. Drop a comment. Tell me about your healthy relationship. Tell me about some toxic relationships that you've been in. How long did it take you to get out of it? Are you happy that you're out? Of course you are. Let me know in the comments. Please like, share, jump on my YouTube channel at Healing with MM. Follow me on Instagram at Marissa McDevitt. Send me a DM. Let's work together. I do couple mentorship. I do couple retreats. I do couple one-on-one sessions. We can heal together. All it takes is a little effort, a little research, and some faith within yourself. Because life is short. Stop wasting it with the wrong people. And the affirmation I want to end on: I deserve love that is honest, healthy, and aligned. I choose a partner who respects me, supports me, and grows with me. And with much love, have a beautiful day.